My apologies. We are 2 minutes late. 2 minutes late. That's pretty good considering how late I always am. Sorry. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Real Life Relationship Growth Tuesday Meetup. I hope y'all paying attention and keeping up. We are on Tuesday for the next 7 weeks. I think we have 7 more weeks. No, I'm sorry, 7 weeks. We did eight. We're doing eight total. This is week three. So for the next 5 weeks, we will be on Tuesday evenings, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the It's Your Fault series. With the It's Your Fault series. Yo, I hope y'all been keeping up because this thing has been good. This thing has been really, really good. We've been having a great time. I'm going to go ahead and introduce the crew and bring them on because we don't want to miss a beat tonight. We want to use every minute we have for this one because this is a really, really good one tonight. All of them are really good, but this is a really good one tonight. So let me do my little spiel. Let me do my thing. Hey, what's up? I'm Donna. I am the founder, producer, director, all of that of the Real Life Relationship Growth platform. We are here to build and strengthen healthy, loving, growing, productive relationships. That's what we are here for. That's what we're here for. There it is. I was trying to figure out why this was not coming up. So I am going to introduce the crew. Um, introduce the crew so we can get started. Look, my sister's already on and popping. Hey, sis. All right. So, of course, this is how we do because who runs the world? All right, so let me get my girl on, Miss Corey B, the educator.
Hey,
Ooh,
ladies first. Ladies first. Hey.
what's up, Corey?
Oh, I'm good. How you doing?
Good. I'm good,
Very
baby. All right, and then he was incognito last week. He was missing in action last week. We have Mr. Cortland Tony of Uniquely Made. Cuzzo, what's up?
Like I need a song. Like I need to come in with like it's a family reunion or something like that.
Don't
Like
do
I
it.
No,
just
for
Don't
real.
do
don't
it.
do it. Don't
Don't.
do it.
Yeah,
Darn it,
no, don't do
man.
it.
He
Don't
could
do it.
have
Trying to
done
be
with
cool like
the
y'all.
Mace on back
Yeah.
song,
Nah, don't
but
do it. Don't
nah.
do it. Don't do it. Yep,
Otherwise,
yep. You ain't gonna worry about it. And I have to give an honorable mention to our boy Mark of
oh,
Date Night Online. Mark is actually doing some research tonight. Mark is out and about and doing some research and mingling and mixing at an event tonight. So we gonna miss his
call
Jimmy.
it what it is. He ain't
Yes,
want to be here.
yeah, that's all it
He
is.
ain't want to be.
He just ain't want to be here. And then last but of course not least, we have our professional in the house. We have Mr. Jimmy Rogers. What's up,
Look,
sir?
you know I'm over here dying laughing because I could see him now going, I just didn't want to be there.
He don't even want to be here.
He probably
Just
in the
didn't want to
comments
be.
watching.
Right, right.
Right. Sneak tip.
Oh
Just didn't want
man,
to be there. Just didn't want to be
that is
there.
hilarious.
Hey, did you guys have a good day?
I did. Good week. I was really, really looking forward to this meeting. I don't know. I kind of like this crew. This is fun.
I
You
know.
know,
Yeah.
Corey B, Cortland. Cortland is our resident what's the word I want to use?
The resident out.
Devil's advocate. That's what it
There
is.
he is.
Yeah. He's our resident
That's what
devil's
it is.
advocate.
You gotta have one in a bunch.
If it's a bad way to take it, he gonna go that way. That's we
So
gonna be like
the DA.
Carly gonna come up with the scenario that nobody thinking about. Right?
No. Like, oh, wait a minute. Let me think
I'm
about it.
trying to go viral.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah,
So
I don't really
so
believe
let me
stuff
say
I'm
this.
saying. I'm just trying to go viral.
Really? Really? Well, you need to go on Married
That's
at
how
First Sight.
that's how
That's
everybody else does it.
what it is.
That's how everybody else
Oh
does it.
That's
goodness.
how they do
That
Mm-mm.
is hilarious.
it. That's
I'm
how
so
they
glad
do
y'all
it.
got me tagging up.
right, y'all. So we are on episode 3 tonight. Episode 3 tonight of the It's Your Fault series. Because everyone here on this platform, we are all about trying to get it right. We don't always get it right, but the thing about getting it wrong, there is a right. You can figure that out, and we're trying to figure this thing out together. So we appreciate those of you who are watching, who are taking part, and who jumping in and making comments and all that good stuff. We are going to have a good time. So let's just get right into it. Our scenario tonight. Anybody want to take the reading of the scenario? I mean, I can do it. Anybody?
Yeah, go ahead, Donna. Go ahead, because we like when you do it.
Let me put my eyes on, because yeah, there it is. All right. So the scenario tonight is, I'm sorry, let's put this up real quick. Accountability or insecurity.
Mhm.
Accountability or insecurity. Let me read the scenario. A woman allegedly planned a girls' trip with 2 of her single friends to Jamaica, and she informed her husband the week they were scheduled to leave. She pretended she told him months ago via text, but couldn't find the text. He told her he didn't agree with her going on the trip, and because of the circumstances, the trip seems suspicious. She replied, "You are too insecure," and argued he knew about the trip months ago. He knew about it months ago. That is our scenario this evening. Okay, who want to kick off on that one?
Please. Can I kick
Oh,
it? Yes, I can. Okay.
I got
First of all,
questions.
You have questions?
oh Lord have mercy.
Okay.
I got questions, but I'm wondering if I should hear what y'all got to say before I ask the question.
Yeah.
Tori sounds like she's
Yeah,
gonna say something really good.
Let's go ahead. Go ahead, Corey B. Because Corey was ready. She was ready.
I feel like the whole scenario, accountability, insecurity, it's not even that. She's a liar. She's a
Ooh.
liar. For you to go so far, you intentionally didn't tell this man what was going on until the week of, and then had the unmitigated gall to say, I sent you a text, and then gonna act like you're looking for it. Why would you even send your spouse a text? Y'all sleep together.
Mm,
Pillow talk. Have the conversation. So there are so many things going on. She's a liar. And she's going over there for what's it called?
Nefarious. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, what do they call it? Oh, it's a whole event where you have the beaches and all that stuff.
Oh, she's going to a resort.
What's the hedonism? That's where she's going.
Oh.
Hedonism.
That's
and she's gonna get stretched out.
Ran through.
I was waiting for somebody.
I really want to be here.
Mark.
I told Mark I was gonna honor him in his absence.
Mark is all up and through this and ain't even here right now. I
Listen.
Okay.
So Cortland, go ahead with your questions. I'm interested to hear these.
First, and then come
you been a little bit on a choppy kick tonight, sir. You a little bit grainy.
my connection strategy.
Yeah, you may want to hook up to your Ethernet cord instead of their Wi-Fi, because it's your Wi-Fi is not Wi-Fi-ing.
Right. I need you to go old school. Go.
You rebooting and come back. You got 3 minutes.
All right. So Donna, what's your take on this one?
I agree with Corey. Sister didn't set this up right at all.
Yeah.
She didn't set this up right at all. If she has some intentions, which it looks like she does, to do something she has no business, she ain't worked that thing out right at all.
Right.
If there's a right way to work it out when you're lying.
You know, I mean, even if I'm with you guys 100%. First and foremost, I find that in a lot of scenarios, people who are doing dirt love to call people insecure.
Yes.
Got on it early.
Right?
Is it projected?
Well, I don't even know if that's projecting. That's just straight up, deflection. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting away from taking accountability.
Yeah, I like deflection better. I like that word better.
Because and don't get me wrong, it is possible to have someone that is insecure, right? But insecurities also has evidence, right? So when a person is insecure, they don't need evidence to be insecure. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They just insecure. Usually that's a trauma response.
Right.
It is something that came from the past or that is currently happening within the relationship. Right? So, example, say Corey and I have been married for 5 years, but within the 5 years, Corey disappear for 4, 5, 6 hours during the day, don't answer no text, don't answer no call, and then when she get home and I confront her about it, she goes, well, babe, God dog, I was busy. Why are you so insecure? Like, sweetheart, in what world do people leave the house, gone for 5, 6 hours, no communication, not responding to any communication, and then come back and act like, where is that normal?
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Unless you show up with an hour later with a bow on the front of a Benz.
Ain't no reason.
No, I'm saying it makes no sense, right?
Yeah.
But let's just say, let's flip the script, right? Those are legitimate reasons for someone to think maybe something's going on here, something's amiss, right?
Right.
But let's flip the script. Let's just say Cortland, before Cortland leaves the house, she goes, well, the night before, babe, hey, don't forget tomorrow I have A, B, C, and D to do, so I'll probably be out of the house for about 4, 5, 6 hours, right? And so she leaves the house as she said she was going to do the previous night. But while she's gone, she goes, hey, babe, I just left so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. I'm heading to my next appointment, blah, 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 blah. I should only be there an hour. I'll let you know when I'm heading wherever, right? And she's in constant communication with me, right? But when she gets back, I'm like, where you been all day? What you been doing? Who you been doing it with?
Right.
Now it might be me that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, there's always evidence of either a person being insecure or there's evidence of the accuser just calling the person insecure, even though they are planting all kind of seeds that would make anybody
feel that way.
Feel a certain type of way. So, yeah.
Right.
Are people.
Kwame.
Are people that doing
That's
something.
Kwame. So yeah, let me say hey sis, hey Monica. Let's see, hey Michelle, and that looks like this group. They're on Facebook, but this is Kwame over here. Looks like Kwame is on YouTube. It appears.
Yeah.
Yay.
It is normal in the life of immature people and kids. I heard that.
Yeah. Or people that are hoeing or doing something in the dark.
Right.
Yeah. There it is. So, of course, we always want to take a scenario and we want to work it from all angles, as many angles as possible, because someone is thinking another way. And I need Cortland to come on because
somebody's thinking
I know where the other thinking is gonna come from. I need him to get that Wi-Fi together or whatever. All that equipment he has.
Because he got questions.
He got questions.
Not a question, but questions. You said you have a question too, Corey?
Let's think like Cortland for a moment.
Uh-oh.
Like the DA.
Okay.
What in the world would this person just out of the blue do that for?
Right.
Have they been doing this before? Do they have a history of lying? Is something going on? If the husband thinks, well, me and my wife communicate a lot through text. We don't really talk because our breath is hot. So we don't talk to each other a lot. What couldn't we just say that this isn't new behavior and it's his fault because he should have known? He should have known.
I love it.
Maybe he met her at hedonism. You know?
Gotcha.
Maybe we should look at this thing and say, how
maybe that is usual behavior for her.
Donna, this is scary because she definitely sounds like Cortland right then.
She did. I was about to do like this.
So as they find and pull up the receipts, if that was that's what I'm talking about, Kwame. You know, if that was the thing that in this scenario that just blew it out the water was, oh, you sent me a text, right? Now, mind you, you know, if she going through hers, he's going through his, right?
Right.
So when did you send me this? And he like this. Bro, that text never existed.
Right.
That's what's so egregious to me, because you know you didn't send it. You know, but now you're going to act like you did.
It's a form of reverse psychology.
Absolutely. But
yeah, if I can make you feel crazy.
Right. And that's the thing. That's manipulation. That's so many things.
But you know, I guess because of my savviness now, if I really, really wanted to know what kind of dirt, or if I was assuming she was up to some dirt, I'll be like, oh, okay, babe, that's cool. Do me a favor, go ahead and give me your reservations and stuff so I can know exactly where you are.
Oh, yeah.
To make sure, you know,
make sure
you're safe.
Right.
That's just how I be looking.
Right into your soul.
Right.
Right. And just sit in it. Just sit in it.
And come on, give me that.
Yeah.
Provide that for me.
Yeah.
Go on, provide that for me.
Yeah.
And
so
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So this scenario, to the naked eye, it's obvious whose fault it is.
Right.
Absolutely.
That caused the problems. They caused the breakdown. But let me say this. Let's kind of go into Cortlandville because I don't know where he at. So let's say this is something that they do. This is something she does all the time. And he obviously, in this thought process, he obviously allows it to go on. Uh-oh, is that him? Uh-oh, let's.
Oh. See, we gotta play the May song, I'm Back.
Right.
I'm back.
No, don't give him a song, Corey.
Well, check this out, Donna. How can he? You use the phrase, he obviously allowed this to go on, right? Like if this is a pattern of behavior, right? Technically and realistically, what can he do?
Right. So when I say a lot, what could he do? But when I say, I guess what I'm also what I can mean by that is he allows it because there's nothing he can really do about it, because he would rather have her than to not have her.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
He would rather deal with the foolishness, because when she comes back, they all lovey-dovey, and I brought you something, and da-da-da.
Yeah, you sure gonna bring him something.
And it's not gonna be his.
Dang. Dang.
No, I get you, Donna. And honestly, I was thinking the same thing. because he can let her know it's a problem, and if she does not honor his feeling, there is more issue in his marriage than just not telling him. Kwame, who is Kwame? Kwame on it tonight.
Wise person.
Yeah,
Look,
Kwame.
I was gonna say Kwame about to take that fourth square.
Kwame on this thing.
Life together.
Kwame is on point.
Ooh, yeah.
Cortland, let's see if his audio is right.
Mhm.
Yes.
Nope, he still sound like Darth Vader.
Is he? Cortland, baby.
Oh, Kwame
His
from
mic.
that's Kwame from
West-
West End.
Yeah, that's Kwame. Yeah, that's Kwame.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, your audio is going in and out, and when it's in, it sounds like Darth Vader's little cousin.
Yeah, because the voice is a little lighter. Just saying. Okay, Cortland. I don't know. We're gonna have to keep rolling with this cousin. You gonna have to jump in where you can get in. Hey Shannon, what's up? Hey Kirk Blackwood. Hello, sir.
Hey,
All
Kirk,
right.
that's my guy.
Yeah, Claudette said nobody's worth having if they are destroying your peace.
Who said that?
Yeah, Claudette.
Claudette.
Nobody's worth having.
Claudette and I have kindred spirits.
Yeah. But so let's kind of go with the. Sorry, Cortland.
Yeah, you still going in and out, bro. Nope.
No, it's not better. So let's go with the thought process that he allows
Right.
this to go on. That he's taking what he can get.
Right.
He's taking what he can get.
Right.
And the reason that she can come up with this buffoonery is because she can come up with the buffoonery.
And she knows that he's not going to. There's up until this point, there has been no consequence that she's, that she's not comfortable with.
Right. Right. So let's speak to the relationship that rolls like this, y'all. Let's go deeper into the situation where someone is, whether it's the male or the female, is putting themselves in a position where they're just accepting anything.
Right.
Where they are not, they're allowing someone to treat them this way. What's your thoughts, Jimmy?
Initially, my thoughts are there had been for a long period of time a lack of boundaries being set in that relationship. Before they even got to the point of marriage, the boundaries should have been clearly designed. And I look frozen on my screen.
But your audio is fine.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I hear you clearly.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, but yeah, so early on before they got married, I'm almost willing to bet she was already, or a person was already displaying certain behavior, and it was overlooked, or even then it may have been downplayed, or it may have been. But the question is if that was the case, you were seeing these red flags early on, what is it about your life that allowed you to accept that and keep moving forward?
Yeah,
that's the question that I would ask anyone.
Right. That's definitely, because coming up, okay. So, kind of closing this scenario out, when I read it, her reply was, "You're too insecure." And argued. That was her argument. You're just being insecure. And our topic is accountability or insecurity. So let's turn this back on the person who we're pretty much all agreeing is the one that's accountable, that should be accountable to the situation. Corley, you want to try again? Okay, now. I don't know what's going on.
All right.
The way
I think
y'all look,
Cortland started.
y'all
Yeah, Jimmy, you look to be caught up.
Oh, we got you now. That sounds much
We
better.
got you. Go ahead, Colin.
okay.
Damn it, man. Type your questions. Can you do that? Oh, he froze it up.
Kwame is snapping over here. Kwame is snapping.
All right, yeah. Let's see.
Cortland, do
Okay.
you have an Android? Are you using a phone?
Come on now. I got an Android and she's great.
Okay.
She's great.
Are you using it right now?
I'm not.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay. Right. Because mine's sitting right here on the side by the iPhone. Neither one of them. Okay. So Cortland, hopefully he'll type in the chat and we can kind of go with some of these questions because he said he had some questions. Let's see. Many people simply are willing to do it because they don't want to be alone.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely a thought process.
Hold on a second. Isn't that kind of like the placeholder we talked about a couple ago? The seat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody said stop dissing Androids.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just joking. Trust me, I don't care. Whichever one works.
Right. So Kwame also said they have wrapped their entire lives into the other person and they have put the responsibility of their happiness to the other person. Oh, most definitely.
That's a dangerous.
But there's a reason why though, and I
right.
I think I told you guys this before, and Donna, you've heard me say this before. I'm a root issue kind of person. A lot of people deal with the fruit of a problem. And I'm a firm believer that if you want to get rid of the problems, you got to kill the root. What was the root cause of this person having this type of mentality and mindset from the beginning? Where did it start? And if that's not healed, there's nothing anyone can do after that that can help heal that person until that person deals with that, go back to wherever that trauma started and deal with that. And a lot of times we don't do that. I often say women like to put makeup on stuff that they don't like. So they put makeup on their trauma, and men tend to dress up their trauma or put rims on it. You know what I'm saying? Try to make it look good. But the issue is still there. Like if you got a 1987 vehicle with a motor that has 360,000 miles on it, just because you put a new paint job on it, don't mean that's a new car. Just because you put a sound system in it doesn't mean it's a better car. Just because you put new rims on it in them 22s doesn't mean it's a new car. It's still an old car. It just painted well. It sounds good. It looks good. But at some point, that 360,000 miles is gonna catch up with you. You know what I'm saying? And that original transmission, it's gonna eventually go out. So we have to deal with the things that hurt us back then, so we can properly move forward in our future. You know, and a lot of times, especially in the Black community, we don't like getting help. That's so taboo for us. It's kind of like, man, I don't want nobody in my business. Like, okay. Your business is gonna come out either way it go, one way or the other.
Ringing my bell that I don't have, that I still gotta get. Ding, 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 ding.
That's what goes on in his house.
Yeah, that foolery right there.
Yep.
Or they are depressed because they are alone. Okay, often abandoned issues. Kwame must have went to counseling classes or something.
Kwame is actually a therapist.
There we go.
There you go.
I knew these comments had too much counseling experience tied up in them. Yeah.
Often abandonment issues and them not liking themselves. 8 out of the 10 crises counseling calls, interactions I get.
Now there we go. Yes.
Are because their significant other left them. The significant other left them. So dealing with all these things that Kwame is mentioning and Jimmy is saying, we have to get to the root of it. You have to get to the root of it, because no one should allow themselves to be mistreated, to be used, abused, because that's a form of abuse.
Oh, definitely.
That's a form of abuse. People, when you say abuse, oh well, he don't hit me or she don't hit me or anything like that. But no, abuse comes in so many different forms.
Yep. We have emotional abuse.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that's emotional abuse is worse than physical.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely can be. Uh-oh. You came up now and you're in a little
Even his
box.
picture is clearer.
I had to switch to my
Let's see
phone.
what you got.
There we go. That's what I'm talking
Yes,
about.
there
That audio sounds good there, Cortland.
Yeah, I had to switch to my phone because I had to get off the Wi-Fi and use the service because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, man. So
Okay,
the
all right.
audience is waiting on your questions.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Let's
hope
go.
I'm not repeating what has already been said for the last half hour, 3 days that I was trying to get myself together. But if I am, bear with me. So I want to break this thing down, the scenario that we got. The first sentence says, she pretended she told him months ago via text, but couldn't find the text. I'm a literal person, so sometimes I don't get a chance to read between the lines. Did she actually have a text that she ever sent him?
No.
Or was she really just pretending?
No, she did not have a text. She didn't have it, and he didn't have it.
Okay.
Right.
So the second thing is, he told her he didn't agree with da 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 da. Oh, what this part right here kind of threw some alarm bells that I needed context. Because he said he told her he didn't agree with her going on the trip, and because of the circumstances. What's the circumstances? So what's in the background that we don't know about?
Well, no, the circumstances is what we were reading. First of all, you didn't tell me about the trip.
Right.
And you're going on this trip with two single girlfriends.
Single.
Two single girlfriends.
That would hit me.
I mean, all these elements right here just seem a little bit suspicious. And this trip just came out of nowhere. Like, no, I don't agree with this trip.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So what's causing him not to have the trust value in his wife like that? You know what I'm saying? Because when I read it, it sounds like there's been some other stuff that he's been letting slip in the background, and now it's like, wait a minute, hold on, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. I don't know what it is.
Could very well be that, but let's just look at it for face value. Let's just say this is the first time she tried it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, God dog, bro, this what? You hold on. When is the trip?
Right.
Always you leaving Friday, and today is Tuesday. Like, and you just telling me about this trip that you and your girl's going on for how many days?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like this could have been the first incident,
mm-hmm.
and it would throw up all kind of red flags with me. Because I'm serious. I tell her just like this. I'll be like, sweetheart, first and foremost, you and I both know, and God and all the host of angels know that you did not tell me about this. You can't find the text. Verizon can't find the text. AT&T can't find the text. T-Mobile can't find the text. Don't nobody. NSA can't find the text. Don't nobody have no text that you sent me telling me that you was going on a darn trip with your two girlfriends to Jamaica no couple of months ago. That text never existed because you never told me. Now, sweetheart, I don't agree with you going. I would prefer you not go. One, it just seems a little bit suspicious that you're going. Now, she pops out of her mouth and says, well, I'm going. This trip I already paid for. That. And I'm like, okay. Mm-hmm. You might as well go and take all your stuff because you ain't nothing gonna be here when you get back.
Everything with you. Call Stella and ask how she did.
Well, since I'm the father, I don't know how much this might be a spark. It might not be yet. It might be a spark. But why is he not trusting his wife? Like, she didn't tell you last minute. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. But is your wife moving that crazy in life that you just don't trust her to go on a trip and then, you know what I'm saying, like have her girls weekend and come back? Like what's going on there?
Cortland, how you overlooking all this stuff that just read in the scenario? So you would tell me that your girl, right, tell you Tuesday, oh babe, don't forget, me and my girlfriends, we going on a girls trip to Jamaica this weekend.
Uh-huh.
And this the first time you done heard about it.
Right. Do I know these women?
Whether say no.
I don't know them. So they brand new too. They popped up just like the trip.
Everybody knew.
Yeah, everybody knew.
Has my wife given me a reason not to trust her in the past?
This is one.
This is one.
No, this is brand new. This is brand new.
Say this is one of one, Cortland. This is the first one. This is one of one.
Then why wouldn't I give her a chance to why wouldn't I give her a chance to hang herself, quote unquote, hang herself?
Because
You know
she
what I'm
just
saying?
did. She just hung herself right now, Cortland. God, dog. I mean, she literally got the rope around her neck with her tongue hanging out.
She hung herself. Right. In what world is it appropriate? In what world is it even appropriate?
Okay.
To tell your spouse,
right?
The person you sleep with, eat with, pay bills with, all of that.
Right.
To tell them you going on a trip with some of your single friends this weekend. It's Tuesday, it's Wednesday. I don't care if it was last Sunday.
Right.
Where is it appropriate? Where's the respect in that? Where's the consideration in that?
If we've been married, if we're married, that means we didn't know each other for a hot little minute. And if she's never moved in a manner that's given me a reason to be like, dang, I can't trust her, and this is a one-off situation, then why would I automatically just put that on her like she about to go do something nefarious? You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Am I being insecure? Or am I holding her accountable for her actions in that point? Because if she's never done anything nefarious, she's never moved in a manner that makes me feel like she cannot be trusted, and this is this one-off moment, and our relationship is good. Ain't no ups and downs. We ain't arguing with each other, right? So on face value, our relationship is good, and she's never had an incident. I'm just gonna take this one moment to be like, nah, something ain't right. Instead of being like, you know what? I trust her because she's shown me she can be trusted.
So, Cortland, she just lied to you.
Yeah, that killed it right there.
So, I mean, what you just said don't even match up to the message that you got. She lied to you. She said she told you months ago that she was going on a girls trip to Jamaica, and she sent you the text.
Yeah,
you didn't look for the text. She didn't look for the text. The text don't exist. Right. And on top of not having any proof that this conversation ever took place, she then calls you insecure to insult you.
Keep in mind, you're the man in this relationship. At what point you've married a woman who agreed to be your wife? At what point, even if there was nothing nefarious, at what point don't you have questions about where she's going? Because your job is to protect her. How can I protect her if I don't even know that you're going somewhere?
Well, she just told me she's going to Jamaica.
How am I able to... Honey.
Cortland, don't ever get married. Don't do it.
Not yet.
Yeah. Don't.
She just told me she's going to Jamaica, so I know where she's going.
Let me get some.
No, you don't know it. You just know what country she's going to.
Right, Jamaica.
She ain't gave you nothing else.
Jamaica's small, but it's big.
Sir, listen.
So wait a minute. Let me check because we missing some comments.
Somebody said a trip to Jamaica is no different than a business trip. If someone wants to cheat, they're going to do it.
That's Kevin.
Absolutely. I get you, Kevin, but it's the fact that you actually pretended to go through some text messages you knew didn't exist.
That in itself.
First of all, guys, I'm just going to be honest with you. For me personally, the fact that you were so dumb to not even be able to plan it.
That's what I said at the
beginning. You have to think I am the dumbest person on the face of the earth to go with this one. You could not have any ounce of respect for my intellect if you gave me this story this way.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you truly are telling me I have no regard for you.
Regard.
Like
Yep.
none.
And that's what I was saying.
Say
If I try to pitch you this story.
The lack of respect, just with the story alone. We sitting up there like this. Did you find it? I know it's in here.
Hold up. Something that I think it was it Kwame? Mm-hmm. I believe it was him earlier that said, this is not something you have one conversation about.
Yeah.
And like I said before, this is not something you send in a text to let someone know you want to do something. Had I been in this situation, I might have thought maybe you said in a text that you want to go to Jamaica, but not that you were going. I would have noticed that. We would have had conversation, because then we got to talk about the family finances. Then we got to talk about other things. There's so much that goes into this that's just selfish.
Let me tell you something.
And
there's so much into this that's just hot malarkey.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Oh Lord.
Maybe. Because like you said, they've been married. They're married. And even if we go back to this being a one-off scenario, she had to have felt empowered in some way to make this bold of a move.
You did say that we may have said some things already while you were gone. And that was one of the things. That's one of the things that I said. The fact that she came up with this foolishness, the fact that she even brought it to him, probably means that this how she moves.
Or it could very well mean that she absolutely unequivocally has no more respect for you, and she's willing to sacrifice it all on this one.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Corey, sorry. She just really don't want to be there.
Listen, come on now. I mean, guys, listen, seriously. A person that does something like that, there is no other way to articulate that.
No.
This person is telling you without using the word.
Yeah.
I don't want us. I don't want to be together no more.
Okay. So let me ask this question. Since we already established that maybe their relationship has moved like this already in the past. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just bigger this time because she's leaving the country and she's going with her single friends, and she sent him
alleged single friend. There's no evidence of that either. Mm-hmm.
And she sent him a phantom text, right?
Mm-mm.
So now, maybe he's like, dang, okay, I've been letting you slide all this time, but what, like this thing, something seems nefarious, right? So what if she actually is going there on the up and up? What if she actually is going with her single female friends, and she is the friends aren't women? Did we establish that?
No,
what I'm saying?
We're giving all your what ifs. We just added your what ifs.
Okay. Yeah. So what if she actually is going with her single friends, whether they're male or females, you know what I'm saying? And she's on the up and up. She's not really trying to do nothing. She ain't trying to go to Hedo. She just want to go dip her toes in the water and maybe look at Winston as he runs by on the beach. Not trying to really get her groove.
Why does she want to do that without her husband?
Why does she want to do that?
But wait. There's water. But wait, there's more. You know what I'm saying? She's not trying to get her groove back. She is just going and having a good time. And maybe she thought she sent him a text about going to Jamaica, but she didn't. So if there's been a pattern of trust for as long as it has been, and then there's this moment of, oops, I forgot to tell what I needed to tell. You know what I'm saying? Like, my question is, how are we automatically, or why is it that we're automatically putting her in the bracket? I see your face. in the bracket of,
y'all see my facial expression?
As Mark would say, being ran through. Like, why are we automatically throwing her in that bracket though? Because she could be on the up and up.
Cause she about to get ran through.
She not on the up and up.
Because she's for the
She about to get what,
streets.
Jimmy?
Ran through. Here's a comment somebody else put on here. Somebody said, I used to have a girlfriend that played games by having all these men she knew and said they were just her play brothers and cousins. I'm like this woman must think she can piss in my face and tell me it's rain.
Oh.
Honey.
I don't know who that is. They were on Facebook, so it's,
that's raw.
But that's the truth. At this point, I mean, we can come up with all the what if scenarios that we want, but at the end of the day, this is a clear sign of I no longer care or respect you. This is what I'm going to do. And it wasn't, hey, babe, me and my girlfriends were thinking about going on a trip. No, I'm going on a trip and we leaving Friday. Like, what? Like,
so you only got so many days to get on my nerves with your conversations about this.
I'm only going to take your insecurities for about 3 more days.
Right. Yeah. So
be glad I'm telling you Tuesday.
So the whose fault is it? She is taking.
Right. I was just about to ask that.
Hey, I vote for her. Corey.
I'm gonna vote for her.
Oh, I'm gonna be I'm gonna kind of vote for her too.
Yeah.
I don't know who else to vote for.
Y'all watching? Who y'all think? Whose fault is it?
Go ahead, Kwame.
So I'm gonna flip it, and I'm gonna say it's his fault.
Kwame says she can leave now. Screw the 3 days.
Go ahead, Kwame.
Claudia said, "What if they howl at the moon?" When you talking about all these what if, she said, "What if they howl at the moon?"
Hey, but I'm gonna say it's his fault, and this is why.
Okay.
This is why I'm gonna say it's his fault, because obviously there's a pattern there that he's allowed to go on to allow her to feel like she can move in that manner. And I'm not saying.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in this hypothetical scenario.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with you because obviously, and I, all jokes aside, obviously, let's just say this is a one-offer, right? This is the first time doing this. He has been moving in a way where she no longer has no respect for him.
Right.
So although I give her 90% of the fault, he does take some responsibility in her having this level of courage.
Right.
May I interject?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I have a friend who was married to a lady, and he ended up getting cancer, and it was bad. Like, they weren't sure he was going to make it. He found out he was going to make it. He got better miraculously. The doctors don't know how this is a true story. Absolutely. He comes from being ordained to be a pastor. And that same day, he said, I had a feeling, and I don't even know where I got the words from. I asked my wife, are you seeing someone else? And she said, yes, because you didn't give me enough attention.
Yeah.
Well, he was trying not to die.
But no.
Okay.
This is go ahead. I'm sorry.
So here's the deal. He didn't do anything for her to decide she was going to have an affair. She just decided, I don't want to be here. So she had this affair even while he was dying. The reason I'm saying it's her fault, yes. He allowed the guy could have left a long time ago. He's probably married. He might have decided, hey, I want to hold on to my wife. She's trying to go to Jamaica. I don't like this, blah, blah, blah. But a person doesn't have to do anything for the other person to decide this is what I'm going to do. And since we're all adults at your big age, if you don't want to be with the person, tell them. Don't do stuff to make them feel away. Just leave. Right. That's why I'm saying it's her fault, because she could have just.
But let me just say this on that subject that you just told, Corey, because thank you, because I want the listening audience to see how God moves.
Mhm.
God allowed that man to have cancer so he could see what she really was.
Mm.
Somebody said that's savage. When you cheat
Oh,
on a
it
person
was.
that's supposed to be your spouse, and while they are trying to live,
Live.
you're cheating on them. Oh, that's God letting you see what when in those vows it says for better or for worse, for sickness and for health.
Or worse.
She just showed
Mhm.
you she don't mean none of that.
Right.
And
Right.
and so for me, it's kind of like, although the emotions would be high, I know I would be livid. You hear me? I would be
Oh yeah.
livid. I
Oh yeah.
really would. I'd be like, you know, what would make you think I would be okay with, and what would make you think that everything would be normal when you got back?
Right. Right.
What
Right.
would give you the mitigated gall to believe that I'm that dude that you could do this to, and nothing, there would be no
No
consequences?
consequences.
What?
Yep.
Mm.
Let me read this. Let me read a comment or two. Christine Crystal says it's a matter of respect. When
Mm-hmm.
you marry and commit your life to someone, there's a reasonable expectation of accountability
Amen.
and level of need to be responsible to
To
your mate.
Amen,
To
Christine.
your mate. Yep. That's not being responsible, respectful. There's no way you can look at it that says any of those things were in line when she was thinking about or already doing what she's doing. None at all.
But
So
somebody else.
in that,
Oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Somebody else said texting is a poor choice for communicating for a potential issue.
Right.
Now, a person will only do what you continuously allow.
Wow.
I agree. I
Right.
agree with you there. Whoever that is on Facebook, we can't
That's
see your
right.
name. I'm
That's
sorry.
Kevin. That's
But
Kevin.
also that was a lie. So she was
Right.
pretending that was.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
already know
That
that
text never happened.
it probably
She
Mhm.
never. She
right.
never
It
had the
never happened.
conversation.
She
Never
didn't
had the
allow it.
communication. So she just popped this on this
She
dude the
just said
week of.
something stupid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Claudette said if there's a pattern of trust, then you would automatically tell your significant other of your plans. You would discuss it with them. Right. So let's hop on that for a minute. Let's stick right
Mhm.
there for a minute. If you have a partner, your spouse or the person you're dating that you committed to, because I'm wholeheartedly with this commitment thing. You dating people. When you come into a commitment, then I feel like you have some responsibilities. Um, so to automatically tell, we lost Cortland again. If there's a problem, if there's a pattern of trust, let's talk about the person who has the insecurities, the person that does. Let's go this way for a minute.
Okay.
That person that does have insecurities, and they're going to, um, how do you handle that? And I know we kind of hit on this every week, but I think it's important. Let him back in. I think it's important that we look at all of these aspects.
So we're saying in this particular situation, he was informed months ago.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He knows all of the parties that's going on the trip.
Mm-hmm.
He knows all of the information that a human being could possibly know,
Mm-hmm.
but he's still insecure.
Right.
How do we deal with that?
Right.
Okay.
Just a
All
snippet.
right.
We're just gonna do a snippet of that.
No. I'm just gonna put on my Cortland hat.
Yeah. Come on.
Just don't let your connection go.
Is it possible that she has been doing things in the past that gave me pause, that now I'm insecure?
Mm. 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 Is it possible, Cortland?
Say that again.
Is it possible that throughout our relationship, she had been doing some suspect things, and so now this trip is coming up, and now I'm insecure?
Yeah, it happens. That could
Cortland, you
happen.
gonna grab it? You just gonna let that one dangle?
I gotta be honest with you. When I came back in from getting booted for the 15,000th time, I'm not really sure where we're at, so I need a
Okay.
little bit more context.
Okay. So we were trying to for a snippet of a piece of this because we want to deal with the insecurity part. We just
Okay.
we pretty much have the gist of old girl is just doing what she wants to do. Whether it's
Okay.
both ways, whether it's the man that's doing what he want to do or the woman that's doing what she wants to do, and taking
Okay.
no accountability because there's no accountability to take. They're not going to take accountability. So let's say that you have all the information. You have all the information, but you're dealing with someone. Um, you're dealing with someone who is going to be who's going to have pushback. They're going to show their insecurities. They have their insecurities regardless. So the thought process, the question was, how do you deal with that?
As far as the insecurities on his part, or
Yeah, on his part.
Yeah.
okay, so let me just ask a dumb question: who's dealing with these insecurities? Is that her dealing with him?
Yes,
Because she
that's her
don't
dealing.
care.
Yeah, that's her dealing with the insecurities. No, okay. Let's. We're taking this from different angles,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So let's just say she was on the up and up. She gave him all the information he needed to know about the trip, but somehow he's still insecure.
Got it. Oh, got it. I got it. Got it. Got it. Woo! When you're dealing with an insecure person, it's not your job to fix. It's not your job to fix because it doesn't matter what you say, what you do, how much you try to prove, how many hoops you jump through.
There
If
you go.
they're not willing to work on their own insecurities, it don't matter. It does not matter. You know what I'm saying? They're just going to continue to be insecure, and they're going to continue to have what if questions. And a lot of that is a lack of confidence on his side in this scenario. A lack of confidence on his side about how he may look at himself or how he may feel about himself. And maybe he feels like he's punching above his weight class with his wife. So anytime she put on something nice, she smell good, she walk outside the door and the guy throw her a glance, all them insecurities gonna pop up. Do you know him? Who you
Right.
looking good for? Why you wearing this smell? And she
Right.
might be doing all that for him, but it's not something that he's ever worked on within himself. So that would be like in that situation, that's the tough one because you cannot work on it yourself because it's not your job to try to fix your partner.
Right. Corey, go on, read it. I see what you see. Go ahead.
So
go ahead and read that thing.
Michelle Clark said, or he's been unfaithful and sneaking around behind her back and he fears restitution.
Dang, Michelle.
You know that get free card. That what they used to call it back in the day. You didn't just gave her a get free card.
Ooh. And then Kevin says, great reply. Most cheaters fear to be cheated on. Possible this was a toxic relationship from the gate. Still, it's a bad look no matter who's going third.
Somebody said bang bang.
Bang.
Listen.
Yeah.
And let me just say this. Let me say this. That was that or comment was probably the closest to being accurate. Because usually that's what it is. You know, you didn't have a history of doing dirt. You know what I'm saying? And bam, now she about to do something. And that might
and she ain't good at lying to you.
That might be why she moved the way she moved.
Carla.
Yeah. Hello. Projecting. Hello.
Wow. So basically what we're saying is that she done lost all respect for this man,
which I said
because of how he moved previously. So now she gonna want to move how she want to move, but y'all still married?
But check this out though. I'm glad you said it that way, because you know we got to always get back to principle, right? Because in this relationship piece, guys, we can delve with emotions and all that stuff, but until we are operating principally, we're always going to suffer some unnecessary consequences, right?
Right.
So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, he had been doing dirt in the past. Old folks used to make this comment. two wrongs don't what?
Make all right.
Why would you position yourself to now receive karma when you could just remain, committed to principles and let God deal with the other person? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yep.
So don't, and this is just a life lesson for anybody. Just because somebody does you wrong does not mean you now have the right to return it, because now you're going to have to suffer consequences too, because two wrongs still don't make it right.
And that is so basic. I tell the children at the daycare that almost every day. Well, he hit me. And she did this, and she snatched this, and she did that. So we, like you said, we have to go back to basic principles and how you treat people and how you want to be treated. We have to go back to basic principles and realize that people are going to do things to hurt you. But who you are and what you stand in speaks to your character.
Exactly.
Who you are.
That's got to be.
Can I throw something?
That's got to be exhausting though, to keep trying to one up each other. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely.
That's got to be exhausting. Why would you want to stay in a relationship like that?
It's insanity.
What if you're not trying to one up each other? There was this lady on, I feel like it was Facebook. And the thing said her husband cheated on her. I don't know if it was true, but she was saying, listen, I'm tired of getting cheated on, but I'm not going to leave you because we still got these kids to raise. We have a beautiful home. We have right. Why make the children suffer because you can't get it together? What's going to happen is you're not going to bring any outside babies home. You're still going to pay these bills. I'm still going to work. I'm still going to make sure our kids are good and that they're brought up in what they see, I guess, is what they see as a healthy home. But please know that I'm attracted to somebody too. So the same thing you're doing, I'm going to do it too. But we're going to stay together and we're going to make a happy home. She's not trying to one up him. She's just saying, you know what? You're not going to stop cheating. And I love you. I don't want to leave you. We have a family to take care of and raise. I'm going to just do what you're doing.
So she is one upping him. One, because she's cheating too. Because she said, said that she got somebody that she's attracted to, right?
She was talking junk.
No.
She was talking junk.
No, she was saying other people. She was saying that you're not the only one that people find attractive. People find me attractive.
Okay,
too.
Which means she's.
I'm going to then.
Go ahead.
She's basically saying he's out there seeing other people, sleeping with other people. So maybe she's not getting the love and she's tired of crying. So maybe she's going to go out and get her own love. They'll just stay married. Like married.
Right. So both of them.
She's not going to do wrong too.
Yeah, both of them are now going to be cheating, just in different homes. The reason why I think that's problematic is because now the tension inside of the house, the kids are going to feel that tension and wondering where it's coming from.
Of course.
So that's why I'm like, okay, y'all stay together for the kids, but now y'all are ruining these kids' childhood experience by having two loving parents because y'all want to stay in the house and y'all don't want to leave a beautiful home and whatever else. Like,
what if that's not the case? What if they both check out? My aunt Cindy, she was married to her husband for years until she met somebody new, divorced that husband, and married the other one. Their agreement was, we just gonna stay married until we meet somebody else. He lived here, she lived there. They saw whoever. They were the best of friends after they left each other, but they just happened to stay married. So what if they just do that under the same roof?
Here's the problem with that. You're violating principles.
Right.
So that's what's wrong with it.
Right.
See, here's the deal with us. Principles do not care about circumstances or situations, right? I'm gonna give you an example. You know how we have traffic law, right? We have red lights, we have stop signs, we have yield signs and all that good stuff, right? It does not matter that you got a sick child in your car.
Right.
If you choose to run a red light and you T-bone somebody, you still gonna suffer the consequence.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
we got to get out of the habit of thinking that we can avoid the violation of principles because of circumstance, right? If my wife cheats on me, yes, it is going to be painful, right? Painful.
Mhm.
But then if I decide, oh, okay, well, cool, I'm just gonna go do me then. Now,
Mhm.
two of us are gonna have to deal with
All right.
the consequences of adultery.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
And so
Yep. I love.
we
Oh,
have
go
to
ahead.
get out of this mindset that I can do what you did, and somehow that's gonna make me feel better. Actually, what's gonna happen is you're gonna feel cheap.
Yep.
Hmm.
That's
Mm.
really what's gonna happen. Because after those emotions wear down, you gonna realize, man, God dog, I shouldn't have done that. Because 9 times out of 10, the person you're gonna do it with is gonna care less for you than you think
Right.
your spouse did.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
So, and in that same scenario, Corey, the other reason why she was one upping him is because she was making him monetarily pay for his mistakes too. Because she was like, "No, you're gonna stay here and pay all these bills, same way he's been doing, but they still living different lives,
Let me
right?"
tell you what she was
But
doing.
huh?
Let me tell you what she was
What happened?
doing. I'm gonna tell you what she was doing. She was trying to find a way to keep him. She was trying to
Okay,
find a way to stay connected to him, which speaks on how you allow
insecurity.
yourself to be treated. How you allow
Ooh.
yourself to be treated. Corey, go ahead. You go ahead and read that, Corey.
Oh, I like what Kwame said. No situational ethics. This is not going
Mhm.
to work, especially not in a
Right.
relationship. And of course, Kevin Noble said relationship toxicity. Stop playing married if you want to
There
live
you
life
go.
as
Right.
single. I
Yep.
There you
Yeah.
agree.
go.
Yep.
Let me ask an accountability question.
Mm-hmm.
If your partner comes to you, playing off what you were saying, sir, if your partner comes to you and says, "Hey, look, I had a moment, I cheated." They're being accountable. They're letting you know that they cheated. What are next steps?
My next steps is, okay, I'm gonna need a minute because my feelings gonna be hurt. I'm gonna go do what I do, whether that's cry, whether that's be angry, whatever the case may be. And we're talking about me personally, right?
I'm just talking about anybody on the panel. So whoever want to
Yeah.
get the question,
Okay, well, I'm gonna go
yeah.
first. This is me, since you said me. So I'm gonna shed my tears. I'm gonna be angry. I'm gonna be all that stuff. And then after I calm down, you know, I've cried my last cry. I'm gonna say deuces.
I knew
Oh,
he was going.
okay, okay,
I
okay.
knew he
No
was
second
going
chances.
to say it.
Cry your last
I
tears
knew he
yesterday,
was
huh?
going to say it.
Sound like
Can
a
I go
Deborah Cox
next?
song.
Can
Go
I go
ahead.
next?
Go ahead.
I don't even have to be as eloquent as Jimmy was and long winded. Please,
Mm.
boy, goodbye.
And
Okay.
I do appreciate. And like I said, after I get over the anger and the frustration, I do appreciate the fact that you were honest and I didn't have to find it out in the
Good question.
streets. You understand what I'm
Oh,
saying?
wait a minute. Wait
I
a
like
minute.
that.
Claudia said, don't you want to know why your spouse cheated?
Mm-mm. I don't care.
I really
They mess around and blame it on
I
you.
don't
She
care.
just lied in
No,
the
no, no,
worst
no.
yeah,
way.
This ain't even this scenario no more. I don't even care.
yeah,
I don't even
yeah.
Oh,
care.
okay.
Mhm.
Because here's what I can almost guarantee you. For whatever scenario she can come up with, I could come up with 15 for her that I could have, but I chose not to.
Right, right.
So what about you, Corey?
Accountability.
Oh, what am I saying after I
No,
find
Mhm.
out
you
Yeah.
he
ain't
Well,
find
cheated?
out. He told you.
So he
yeah. He
told
told you. He,
Oh,
he
when he
told you.
told
So he's straight up.
apologetically. He told you
Like,
apologetically that
like
he
he
cheated.
was,
Right.
he was,
So you would have
he
never
had
known
tears
if
in
he
his
didn't say
eyes,
nothing.
snot in his nose.
Mhm.
I mean, he came with ash and
Oh,
sackcloth,
Girl.
and
He
he
was
was,
swallowing hard. He was
yeah.
swallowing hard. Could He had the palpitations in his voice. You needed a translator for this brother. That's how bad it was.
What you got, Corey?
You know what? I think you got to stay there. Wherever you wanted to go and step out and check out, go there. You don't have to come here. You don't have to be with me.
So why is nobody I don't want to use the word forgive because I believe you guys will forgive over time.
Oh yeah,
but why is nobody saying, okay, let's see how
I bust the windows out.
let's see how let's see how we can fix this thing. Let's see how we can work this out. Why is nobody saying that?
Okay, so I'll answer that for me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
and I think this goes along with the question that Claudette was asking about why did they cheat in the first place?
Because in the Bible, God says there are a couple of reasons why a man and a wife can be separated.
Right.
Death.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Adultery.
Okay.
And sexual immorality.
Okay.
And she gave me one. Deuces.
Yep. And
because,
so let me say,
here's the truth of the matter. I can forgive you
and still
where I'm no longer holding malice in my heart towards you.
But that now we have the Jamaica situation.
That level of intimacy that I want. Because guys, okay, everybody on this panel know this, right? We all know that 9 times out of 10, the person that we marry probably already had sex with somebody else. Right? Okay. So we've already been mature enough. We've already been mature enough to get past that, right?
Right.
Was that bad time?
So now we are a unit and we have been together for a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, whatever it is, right? And you now, while you supposed to be emotionally connected to me and I'm emotionally and connected and bonded to you, you went out and gave somebody else that? Oh no, bro. For me, I'm talking about me. And I'm not saying that everybody else has to feel this way.
Right.
For those of you who would want to, grit it out and work it out, more power to you. And I pray that it works. But as for me,
so let me say
that is the deal breaker for me. Yeah. That one right there.
So let me give, because I always like to say this. We have people of different thought processes, different beliefs, and all of that here. I represent I represent what I represent, and my belief is my belief. Yours is yours. But when we talk about, and Jimmy keeps saying it, principles. I don't care who you believe in. Principles. Period. It doesn't matter when it comes down to that. And there are people here, and like Jimmy said, more power to you. And that's not in a negative light, or that's not in a judging or blamey way.
Exactly.
But what we're saying is your way is your way and what works. Because I personally know couples that there was infidelity, there was cheating, there was this, and matter of fact, children came out of it. I know someone, a family, a relationship, a married couple, and there was a child born in the process of this thing. And she made the choice after some weeping and wailing and she made the choice to stay with this man for whatever reason she did. She made the choice to stay with this man. And I can't say if they have a happy home or not.
Right.
It's presented that they do. But if that works for them, that works for them. So in no way are we saying if there's cheating that we're saying we're advocates for walking away. We're just saying personally what we would do.
Right.
Yeah.
So let me answer the question.
Clearly articulated that.
Let me answer the question because
but for some reason I felt like I needed to kind of.
Yeah.
Reel that in.
Right. Well,
Cortland,
let-
read this comment. Somebody says, okay, you say deuces now. What about 6 months to a year from now when she comes back to give it another try?
That was Claudette.
right, and that's kind of what I was kind of alluding to, because I didn't answer the question. I asked y'all, and I answered the question. For me, it's the first time she's coming to me and she's giving me this information, right?
Mm.
I gotta honestly say, for me, depending on the circumstances and where we're at, I might try to work it out.
And
Not
that's
gonna lie, I
good.
might try to work it out. But
And
in the
Mhm.
in the same sense, I can't say that I'm gonna have visions of somebody else flipping you around, slapping you up, and stuff like that. The next, it's gonna be hard, because you know what I'm saying, now that stuff is
The
in
best.
your head.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, do I go into my insecurities? And anytime she gets ready to do something, because
Which you are.
yeah, anytime you get ready to do something, I'm going to a place that maybe I've forgiven, but I haven't forgot. So it's
Mhm.
like, you know what I'm saying? So now I gotta really work hard just to be able to trust again. So that's what makes it more difficult. So it's just like, but according to go to what Claudette was saying, okay, say there's been a period. Say I said, you know what? I'm not gonna tell us to, like, it's over, but we need a break. And then she comes back 6 months to a year, you know what I'm saying? And I haven't had none of her. I haven't seen none of her. Like, we just have not communicated.
Mm.
Now it's like, okay, I'm open to the idea, but you got to show me that this is where you really want to be at. But am I making you jump through extra hoops? Am I making you do more than what's really required? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you get to say, dang, you making me do a lot? Okay. And like, where's the line there?
I'll tell you where the line is.
Please.
It says about 6 months to a year from now, when she comes back to give it another try, I'll be like, no, thank you. I'm good on that.
That's the line.
Yeah, that's the line right there. We ain't even. I'm not gonna put you through it, and I'm not going through it.
Right. Because if you think about it, all the extras that's added now.
Kwame's a mess.
I mean, all the now we have to work through again.
Yeah, it's
again.
too much.
Again. Everybody's situation is different.
I agree.
We are all built in different ways, and we have to do what's best for us. But let me say this. Think about all the residual, all the added stuff you're now dealing with, the emotional stress, the physical pain, because it can be physically painful. Because you're thinking something hard enough, my head hurting all the time, and now my chest hurting, and that's a lot. That's a lot. And if a person puts that on you, we got to go back to this is the problem. We've left the core of however that's coming out, the foundation of what these relationships were meant for, what they were meant to be, what they were based off of. We forget all of that. And I get forgiveness. I understand that. I understand forgiveness is a requirement for my life. But I can forgive you over there. Because what I know my father does not want is for me to continually put myself, and now I got to take accountability because I'm allowing this. So we have to think about that. Again, to each his own. There's no judgment here. But personally speaking, as we are doing in this point right here, it's a no for me.
I heard someone recently say that you can forgive somebody, but that doesn't mean you can't set boundaries.
Right.
So
that is a great boundary.
I can forgive you. And then
I know couples like Donna said. I know couples who are powerful couples now, which, you know, again, I'm not in their home, but infidelity took place and they worked it out, right? They did. They worked it out. And so You know, it's an amazing story. It's an inspiring story. It gives an example of how we can overcome things, right? It does. However, when I tell you all, I am a person that believes in principles.
Yeah.
I would not be violating a principle, a godly principle, when I say deuces.
Right. Not at all.
You
Not
see
at
what I'm
all.
saying?
Yeah. And you
Based
don't
on God's
want
word, thank you. You just solidified something for me, deuces.
Yeah.
Now, if I chose to work it out, I still would not be violating any principles, right? I could do
Yep.
one or the other.
Yep.
The problem that I have with too many of us in the Christian community is we want to say one without
The other.
talking about the other. God actually said both of those things. He said, I hate divorce, right?
Mhm.
Which is why he gave these contingencies. Here are the,
Mhm.
I hate divorce, but hey, if there's going to be divorce, here are the under the context in which divorce should take place. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So if one of those things have taken place, God doesn't even hold it against me
Either way.
when I take that, when I take that action at that point.
Either
What
way.
we have to be careful for is the ones that are getting divorced and there is no principal reason.
Right.
Irreconcilable differences. What
I
principal
don't
reason
like
is
you
it?
no more.
Right.
Right.
And
Did you like
marriage
him in the
ain't,
first place?
marriage wasn't designed for you to like in anyway. It's a salvific thing. So if you understand what it was for in the first place, most people wouldn't be quick to do it in the first place.
Woo.
So what about the devil you know versus the devil you don't know? Because DJ said something.
First
Well,
of all,
Donna,
they both devils. I ain't fooling with neither one of them. That
Donna
sound
said
like black
something.
people ain't voting. Talking about the better of two evils. Nigga, they're both evil. I mean, God, why you picking either one of them?
Donna said something about that you're dealing with physical, emotional, mental pain, whatnot.
Mhm.
Just because you exit stage left from that person, those things still exist, correct? So those
Correct.
things still exist. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard pressed for you to move on to another person until you deal with those pains that were caused.
Exactly.
So that's why I brought up the devil you know versus the devil you don't know. Because it's like, okay, if I can look at the situation and I make a decision to work it out, like I know this person, right? So I make
No,
a decision to work it out,
you thought you
but
did.
You
is
thought you
it
knew that
constant
person.
but is it going to be a
Mhm.
constant reminder every time I see them that the pain is never going to be able to heal?
Potentially.
Yeah.
And that's just the truth. Potentially. It
Right.
depends on you.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, to each his own.
Yeah.
How you see it, how you deal with it, how it works out for you, that's how it works out for you. But either way, there's going to be some pain,
Mhm.
there's going to be some hurt. But as far as I'm concerned, we got it ain't gonna be. It's not gonna be a constant reminder.
I just
What
read
if you got 30 years
read
in
a
the game?
comment. Okay, this is funny. Somebody said,
Ooh.
God said
Okay.
we are the
Sorry.
head, not the tail. You not about to make an ass out of me.
First of all, how you going to put God and the A word in the same sentence? What we doing?
Hold up. It's in the Bible.
In the same sentence.
Ass is in the Bible.
Okay, they was talking about a donkey, though.
In that
Well,
exact
They was
that's what
talking about
she's
a donkey
saying.
in the
You ain't
Bible.
gonna make a donkey out of her.
I gotta say something about what you said.
That's not the context.
He said, "What if what if you've been with somebody 30 years?" Well, recently there was a judge that came
Mhm.
out. I want to say he was married 51 years or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Found out that his children are
Yeah,
not
so we
his,
wouldn't be together 31 years.
and they're in their
My bad. I missed the period. Sorry.
Yeah, we wouldn't be together 31 years. That's just plain. Yeah, I saw that foolishness. It was several kids. That's what blew my mind.
Yes, and they didn't have the same
Dude,
father.
this woman was Okay, so okay. All right.
I missed it. I was trying to talk to the person in the crowd.
So what happened was a man after what? How many years was it?
I want to say 51.
They were. It was a lifetime, and they had a number of
Yes.
kids, and none of the kids were his. He thought they all were his, and the
He said he
kids
found out because his
and
brother needed
all
a
of the
liver.
kids didn't even have the same daddy.
Mm.
So she out there,
Now I'm
she
gonna
just
go
getting
forward.
ran through
Rude.
raw.
So
Because
basically, he
she
was
out
like,
there having
"Woman, you got some
babies and
strong
everything.
genes,
She out
because
there
none of
having
these kids
babies.
look like me."
Dude, come on, bro. That is the ultimate. Woo. And I say this to women. Listen, if you
That is tough.
if you with a dude that's so reckless, first of all, he's cheating on you. Second of all, he's cheating on you without protection. So he around here making babies. What is he bringing back to you? Like, come on, that
Exactly.
dude don't
Doesn't
care. He
care.
don't
No.
care.
No.
And nobody's gonna tell me that
No.
you can say you can honestly love someone that you're doing something that detrimental to.
Right. Right.
You don't love himself.
You're not
Dang,
gonna tell me that.
I got next week's topic already based off this whole
Somebody say
judge
you bringing back
situation.
kids and STDs.
Based off this whole
Kwame
judge situation, I got next week's topic already.
said, know and love yourself. Then you won't ask the devil you know or the one you don't.
Thank you.
Heal yourself first
Mm.
and be there for you. Show up for you. Love you. That's it.
Love it.
That's it. That is it.
Y'all want to know next week's topic?
No, hold on.
Because based off this judge situation, boy, Jesus.
This is what I no sense.
Whose fault?
Question
Whose
from the
fault?
panel, even
Whose
though
fault?
the Bible
Whose
has
fault?
given the reason for divorce, but is infidelity the only deal breaker? Okay, so somebody just put a question on it. It says, so questions for the panel, even though the Bible has given the reason for divorce, but is infidelity the only deal breaker? No, it's not. The Bible actually said death, infidelity, and sexual immorality.
Right. Right.
So I can't get bored.
Nope, that ain't one
No.
of them.
We can't
No.
grow apart.
That ain't one of them either.
Mm-mm.
We can't just
Better grow together.
have different views.
That is
Nah.
not one of them.
You better share some glasses.
I don't love her like I used to.
That's your fault.
Mm-mm.
You better
You
learn.
better learn.
She don't want to give me sex no more.
Well, you better
Get you a blow up doll.
Wait, what?
He said, get you a blow up doll. That's nah. So what if they commit a crime? What if they commit a crime? That's not one of them either.
Mm-mm.
I'm
Sure.
sorry. I know that might hurt. You know,
Conjugal visits.
they might be in jail. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people who've gone through this scenario. You know,
Yeah.
significant others in jail and you lonely. You know what I'm saying? Like death or something non-sexual.
Not about
Yeah,
to-
none of those things. If it's not one of the it was death, adultery, and sexual immorality. So if it's not one of those three things, I mean, we can what if it to death, and that's not it. I'm sorry. I mean, I know it sucks, but actually, the Bible goes so far to say even if you get a person that let's just say hypothetically speaking, when y'all first were dating, he was going to church, you was going to church, then all of a sudden she stopped going to church or he stopped going to church. The Bible was so clear, says you stay with them.
That's right.
You keep living the life you're supposed to lead, and it may change their life.
Yep. Kevin's stupid.
I'm gonna stop looking at these comments.
Is that Kevin? We know Donna.
No.
Oh, okay, because I can't see any names. It just says Facebook user.
No.
Okay. All right.
No.
I was about to say that boy crazy.
Kevin says strong wrists for the fellas and roses for the ladies. How about y'all combine it and figure out why? Y'all ain't. Let me see. Look, let me see what you got over there.
All right.
Let's see what
Listen, this whole relationship thing, honestly, I think too many people have delved into marriage and they were not ready for it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Had no clue what it actually meant. Was not honest enough with themselves to say they were not fit to be married.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There are some men and there are some women that are literally not fit to be married at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because your mentality is all jacked up.
Yeah.
You know, so it's
Jimmy.
just, yeah.
No, and on the other side of that, you thought you knew because of what you saw
Mm-hmm.
or what you were told.
I got a question about death.
Oh,
Is it only in the physical sense? What about symbolically? What about emotionally? What about mentally? Can we throw those in there?
You can throw whatever you want to throw in there, but he was talking about you done gone to the upper room.
Because technically, if you go into jail for 20 years,
okay,
hey,
go
you are
ahead.
dead to me, ma'am. You are dead to me. You're 20 years in
Yeah.
jail. What I'm gonna do with that?
But see, the problem with that is you can manufacture that when you're ready to leave. You see what I'm saying? You can get so mad, you can tell yourself, "Oh, they dead to me." Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
But
You can make
physically,
it
they're
work.
not dead.
You can make it work.
You know what I'm saying? So,
So y'all, we go wrap this up. We gonna wrap this up. Accountability or insecurity. So I wanna end this. I need everyone. I'd like everyone to comment closing out accountability or insecurity. Let's go with the person who is allowing these type of scenarios to happen. Let's give a thought to the person who's allowing this buffoonery. Let's go back to the original. I know we moved a little bit, but we talking about the original. We talked about the text. She said, "I text you. I'm going out of town. I'm going to Jamaica with my single girls, or I'm going with my single guys, friends, or whatever." Give a thought, y'all, to the person who's receiving all of this.
What can they do? You're married and you can't divorce if we're sticking with principles, except for death and fidelity. So what can they do that would matter to that person besides separate themselves? And if the person really doesn't care for you, but they won't divorce you because maybe they haven't done anything yet because they haven't gotten to Jamaica yet, then what do you do?
Ooh, so my pushback on that, Miss Corey B.
No, I said, what do you do? Not pushback. Just what
Right.
would you do?
Well, I'm the reason I said that is because I don't even think they thinking like what would I do because of their insecurities. It's not even gonna put them in a mind frame of thinking like that. Like for the moment, they'll probably be like, "Oh, my feelings is hurt," or da 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 da. But I think they're gonna be more of in a position of they feel powerless, and that
Oh, he froze.
Okay. There's no power there.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Jimmy. You wanna
that Android has no more power. I'm like Corey. Honestly, there is technically nothing you can do other than communicate what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and then at some point you would have to make a decision.
Yeah.
Right? But in this particular scenario, let's just say I don't currently have evidence of infidelity, right? It is only a strong intuition that something's going on. I will have a private investigator going to Jamaica.
That's
I
what
want
Kwame said.
pictures and video and audio. And I promise you, by the time they return back to the States, they will be coming to an empty house. So, and then those other procedures will be taking place. However, I agree with Cortland as well. Some people are going to stay there because of past hurts or whatever they're going through from something that may not even have derived from the current relationship.
Right.
But let's just say it did arrive from the current relationship, right? I often say this: sometimes it takes our heart and our brain a long time to catch up with each other. Doesn't mean that they're not gonna ever catch up. But sometimes it takes the heart and the brain a long time to catch up. Somebody said, "Wait, Jimmy, they're gonna lock the house." I'm taking it all.
Oh, so basically
Right.
they're not leaving. She
Oh.
just gonna come back and not be able to get
Well,
out.
yeah.
The locks is
Yeah.
changed. The key don't work.
You don't live here anymore. Not that it's locked.
Your name ain't not even on the deed no more.
Michelle said, "How do you allow another person's behavior you can't control? How do you allow another person's behavior you can't control someone else?"
Right. No, she's exactly right. So
Yeah.
what we're saying is, how long are you going to decide to stay in that scenario? That's essentially what the question is. You know,
So you
it's
are
not that you can
intolerant.
physically do anything about someone else, because that's what we all are agreeing to. There's technically nothing I can do
Nothing
to that
Right.
person, but I can make decisions for myself.
for yourself.
So at what point
Right.
are you going to make a decision not to deal with that scenario again? Because that person may never change.
Right.
So that's legitimately the question that's on the table.
Right.
Because you can't, you can only control you. That's it.
How
And now hopefully I don't cut out again. But I think a lot of times we go into situations trying to control the outcome of what the other person does, trying to, what I'm saying, change this person from whom they might be, or trying to force this person to love us in a manner in which we deem fit. And a lot of times that we're going to end up getting hurt because that never works. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? So like tell mom, we said, hey, that never works and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Trying to control another person or trying to make them feel a certain type of way or trying to force them to be in a position of responsibility or accountability, we're going to end up hurting ourselves more.
Yep. I agree with you.
Right. Right.
I agree with you 100.
Right.
And unfortunately, man, it's that delicate balance between practical living and spiritual living. They have to marry. And I often share this with my clients. I'm like, hey guys, when you're in a relationship, you have to master forgiving. You have to master forgiving, because I don't care what scenario you're in, you're most vulnerable to those whom you're closest to.
Right. Right.
You hurt the least by those who farthest away from you. What hurts you the most are those that are closest to you on an emotional level, right? Because they have the keys to all the stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those are the ones that hurt you the most. Distant people that there is no emotional connection to, they only piss you off.
Right.
They don't hurt you. They just piss you off.
Right.
But people that you are emotionally connected to, those are the ones that hurt you. So we have to learn how to master forgiveness. Now, in the same token, there are scenarios in life that we can't control, right? And I just call that life, right? Whether you made good decisions or didn't make good decisions, life is going to happen. I'm talking about self-sabotaging decisions, cheating, stuff like that. Stuff that you had total control over, but you made a decision. And this is something I say about cheating. And I normally talk to the guys about this because, unfortunately, guys have been guilty of this more than, the average woman. I say, guys, listen, a cheater is dealing with three different things: greed, selfishness, and a lack of discipline. Right? So I don't care what scenario they give you, it will fall under one of those three umbrellas.
Right.
It's either going to be greed, selfishness, or a lack of discipline. And we know through research shows that the average man that cheats, he cheats because of opportunity.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Mhm.
it was available. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was no emotional connection to it. It was available.
Right. She
You know,
was
and
there.
then you get the ones that cheat because, you know, of course, their relationship is lacking intimacy or emotional connection. So they find that woman that's feeding that, and then they cheat, right? That's a
Mhm.
lack of discipline to me.
Mhm.
And then you have that other group, which I call the just buffoons. You getting everything you could possibly want from home, but you still cheat. That's
cheat.
that to me, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
some
feel
of it,
like that person.
I can
I feel like
understand.
that person was a cheater already,
Uh,
and they were just like, "Oh, well, you know what? I'm gonna try to give it up because I'm getting married." You know what
oh
I'm
yeah,
saying? But they've been a habitual cheater their whole lives. That person that has it all but still wants more. I feel like
mhm,
they were habitual cheaters.
yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you are no. Somebody said, so you are a no tolerance person. Oh no, I have a lot of tolerance. I really do. I have a high level of tolerance. What
Mhm.
I don't have tolerance for
Disrespect.
is disrespect.
Yep. Yep. Fool one.
Disrespect is where I draw the line. You see what I'm saying? Because no matter what you my wife does to me, cheating is not an option.
No.
You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, and when you think about your relationship on a personal level, you got to think about all the things that were done and said that truly hurt you to your core. And if you didn't cheat because of that, I know I ain't done nothing that bad for you to want to go toot up to somebody else. Look,
Not the
come on,
two.
bruh. I'm I I can't even do it no more. I mean, I can't go back there. I'm sorry. It just
Yeah. I
yeah.
agree.
That's a deal breaker for me. It's not
Yeah.
that I have plenty of tolerance. I just don't have tolerance for that level of disrespect. That's a high level of disrespect.
Very high.
I
I
can
don't
never
even know why
I
I'm letting
couldn't
him
trust
back
you
in.
again. Hmm?
I told him I don't even know why I'm letting him back in. Yeah. 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 The trust. The trust. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. It is woo. It is now 44.
Mm-hmm.
I said an hour.
I blame Corey B.
But hey, I
Hey,
do
you know
too.
what?
She kept
Whose
coming up with
fault
them
is it?
good scenarios. That's why this conversation kept going.
Whose
No,
fault is
it
it?
wasn't me.
But you know what? You know what? When it's necessary, it's necessary. And for whatever reason, 44 minutes, 45 minutes over was necessary. It's
Yeah, well, look,
necessary.
this was a great one. This was
Yeah.
a great one, and for those who are listening, thank you guys so much for your comments. It really brings life to any of these lives
Oh
or
yeah.
these scenarios. Thank you all so much,
Most
um,
definitely.
Kevin and Kwame. You guys knocked it out the park for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. We appreciate everyone being here. So we are, like I said, this was episode 3. We have 5 more to go. If you guys want to put out a scenario, whether it's again your personal situation, a situation you know of someone that you're trying to maybe give some advice to, or want to give them a different perspective, put it in the chat. You can inbox the Real Life Relationship Growth page or any of the people on the platform here, and we will try to work through these scenarios and try to come to a healthy way of resolution.
guys, because we really
Yeah.
want to hear some scenarios from you guys. My Facebook page, for those of you who are listening, it is Jimmy D Rogers. That's Jimmie D Rogers, Rogers. If you want to send me a scenario, send Cortland a scenario, send Corey B one, send Donna one, please send us some scenarios. We really want to cover things that you guys are interested in because it was something that you maybe have experienced firsthand or secondhand. Yep, Jimmy D. That is correct. Somebody put it in there. Jimmy D. Rogers. That is me. So you can post it on my page and say, "Hey, Jimmy, this is a scenario for the what if? The Whose Fault series." And then I will definitely get it out to the rest of the crew, and we will. If we get more than one, we'll determine which one we're going to do next week, and then the next we'll follow up with the next ones.
We have
we have 5 more to go. So y'all come up with 5 good bangers so we can get Cortland to give us some of those dastardly devil's advocate scenarios.
All right. So next week again, we'll be here Tuesday. Next week, Tuesday, which is what's the date? Is that February?
Today is the 20th.
Mm-hmm.
So next week will be the 27th.
The 27th. Tuesday, February the 27th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be here again with the It's Your Fault episode.
Donna,
yes.
Can we do something real quick?
Sure.
For everybody that's watching, if you like Corey B's Shirley Temple curls, I want you all to put in the chat, they banging.
Yeah.
You know what?
What about the girls more? I was like,
all right, I'm done. I'm finished.
Y'all should have seen it last week. It was fresh, and it was like, whoa.
Somebody say I love them. I know they
Thank
do.
you, Jay.
Somebody say they banging.
There's not a price to be
Look at the comments. They coming up. They banging.
They banging.
I cannot. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
No, they do. They look nice on her. Corey B came on here. She put that cocoa butter on and everything. She was ready tonight.
Yeah. You can smell it, right? You can smell it. When she came on, I could smell it. My girl
No mess. You gotta be ready. You single out, you single out in these streets.
I hear you.
You never know who might be watching.
All right, y'all.
Look, y'all have a good night.
Y'all. We will see y'all next week.
Peace.
Night.